What's up, people, and welcome to Freelancing with Chris of Emery. I'm Chris of Emery, and a little over a year has passed since I posted my first episode of this little animated freelancing show. 1 year and a bunch of episodes later, I feel it's time to look back and talk about what I've learned so far from this thing. I'll let you know why creating my own show not only is just fun as hell, but also why it proved to be the best next step in my freelancing career. So here are 5 reasons why you should start working on your own project, like today. Now. Like, drop everything and start. Not again. Where were we? 1 year and 10 episodes in, I've just had so much fun with this. I mean, things doesn't always go your way. Mikey, poor Mikey. Crazy, I read somewhere people thought it was a paid job and not an accident. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Oh, and then there's that Santa incident. Damn. But we had fun too. Escaping strange lizard people. Hanging out with the fish creature postman. Executed an alarm clock. We've been almost killed by bugs. We've killed bugs, eating bugs. Hunted down clients. Had some issues with the ship. And note to self, hiring Lawrence Fishburne is expensive as f***. Lost a couple of teeth. Cleaned up a cabin. Went underwater and much more. Okay, what have I learned on this little journey so far? Well, I can let you know that none of the above was in some sort of a plan from the get-go. My character based on me was like really the only thing I had nailed down, honestly. In the beginning it can be a bit overwhelming thinking you have this huge endless white canvas and you're supposed to fill it with all your awesome ideas and everything nailed down. But you know what? Sometimes it's best just to start. Somewhere. At least for me. Don't expect to have everything mapped out beforehand. Imagine it as this organic thing that will evolve and change shape with time. Just start with something. I started with my character. The cabin was just thrown into my first episode as some random environment for my character until I was supposed to come up with a better idea. It wasn't until episode 4 I felt like, damn, I want this to be in space now. Hey, let's put motors on this f***ing cabin, so now it's this crazy cabin ship thing that suddenly sort of is playing a pretty important role in my whole series. Screw the rules, we're animating here. Have fun, start and you'll find your groove by doing things, not just thinking. Next up is how I learned pretty fast to let go of the perfectionist in me. Striving for some kind of unachievable perfection will only lead me down this crazy rabbit hole of work that I will never finish. On the first episode I went crazy on this brain scene, for example, and put like 10 hours into this scene that is visible for like 4 seconds and is not even close to being some kind of a key event for the video. After a couple of events like that, I ended up with a pretty fun and good video, sure, but I also realized that okay, if I want to put out more than like 2 episodes a year, I can't afford to dig deep like that again. Don't compare yourself and your unpaid passion project with the stuff big budget studios with like 50 people put out. Create, settle with okay and move on. Now, creating my own show also proved to be easily the best school I've ever been to. Like when you throw yourself into a project that you're just having so damn fun working with for hours on end, you simply will learn a lot along the way. A lot of things on this show I've learned by simply working on this show and throwing myself into situations. For example, Toon Boom Harmony, I started learning during the first episode. And when you have this new software in front of you, it can at first be a bit intimidating, but with the injection of true passion going into it, at least I feel like I can reach a level of focus that I've never ever achieved in any of the schools or courses I've studied in the past. Same thing with Blender that I learned during the intro, and on top of that, how much better I've become on projects such as Adobe Character Animator that I had worked on before jumping on this project. And all these things have been huge for me in my toolbox as a freelance illustrator and animator. And here's the big one. It's the best way to get awesome job opportunities ever. I know, in episode 4 I shared my #1 method on how to quickly get new clients. And it still is, but when it comes down to long term and finding the type of work I really enjoy doing, creating my own animated show proved to be by far the best way. suddenly people in studios all across the globe reach out with fun job opportunities and projects. And it's funny because I've always separated the two, the client work and the fun work, looking at it like putting time into one of them eats time from another. Turns out it's instead a win-win situation where putting time into one of them actually brings even more and better of the other one. Last but not least, the community. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend this is some big channel or anything, but I get so much positivity thrown my way and it means the world to me hearing how I may have inspired someone to dig deep into character animator or start his or her own project and stuff like that. The energy that brings gives me that little extra boost that I will never ever take for granted, and I want you to feel that too. I recently started streaming using my character Puppet, which I just see as an extension of my show and a way to get closer to the community. And it's just beautiful seeing people talk to each other and how it's not about me but about us as creators. And there you go, 5 reasons why I think you should start your own show. I sincerely hope you were inspired to start your own thing. You won't regret it, and if you don't know where to start, download my free puppets and just start with something. Do you have a passion project running right now, or perhaps more reasons to start? Let me know in the comments. With that said, thanks for watching and see you next time.